brings you tonight's clash from the California State Fair. It's Oklahoma City and Sacramento, and it's right here on the My58. Good evening to you, alongside Kevin Goldthwait. I'm Rob McAllister. Well, the Energy have not had a defeat in 6 matches. They're coming off a 6-4 win last week against Las Vegas. But Sacramento has won back-to-back matches in impressive fashion. On July 10th, the Republic did something no club has done since last July, and that's beat Swope Park at home. Kevin, they followed that up with a win over Colorado Springs 1-0.
Momentum is the key word, Rob. Sacramento is approaching August, and the playoff push is right in front of this team. Coming off 2 solid road wins, like you mentioned, against quality teams. At SRFC, Sacramento can replicate what they did against Switchbacks with quality set pieces and quality wide play. 3 points should not be an issue here tonight for Sacramento at Papa Murphy Park.
Well, let's take a look at our Western Conference standings. It has been one heck of a fight between 4 and 5 teams. Sacramento currently in 5th place, but they're right in the hunt of things. You look from Real Monarchs to Sacramento, just 5 points separates these teams.
Yeah, I mean, incredibly tight here in the West, and then 1 or 2 games can put you in 9th place or can put you in 1st place.
It's going to be a great August in September. We have a good one on tap tonight from Papa Murphy's Park. The Energy, the Republic, and it's coming up next.
When someone else depends on you, the question of healthcare can stop you in your tracks. But candidly, it all really comes down to one big question. Who offers the very best healthcare? UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu. During open enrollment, all those questions often lead only to confusion. But when you stop and ask, who provides the very best healthcare, suddenly it all becomes clear. UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu.
A pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bake an XL NY pizza topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
My father passed his truck down to me. That's the same thing I want to do with you.
It's an emotional thing to watch a child grow up, and especially get behind the wheel.
I want to keep, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years.
He's going to get mine, but I'm going to get a new one.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 18% of MSRP cash back on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT pickups when you finance with GM Financial. That's $9,000 on this Silverado. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park, a beautiful summer evening, 85 degrees in the capital of California. Alongside Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. Let's take a look now. Consolidated Communications matchup of the evening. We begin with the Republic's Shannon Gomez, earned honors USL Team of the Week.
Just ultimately consistent all season so far. Great to see Shannon Gomez finally get some recognition. Keep an eye on him tonight on the right flank, getting up and down, back and forth, covering defensively, and also getting some balls in the box.
All right, let's take a look for OKC. Alex Dixon, 5 goals, 3 assists on the year. Brilliant performance last time out.
2 goals last Wednesday also. Nothing more dangerous than an informed striker, Rob. So Sacramento's just got to keep an eye on him tonight and make sure you don't give him space to run at you and punish you.
Let's take a look at our U.S. Bank starting 11. We begin with Sacramento. Elliot Horn up in the midfield tonight, and Shannon Gomez at the right back positions, being Josh Turnley's out on the left.
Yeah, plenty of comfort in that position for Elliot Horn playing the right winger. Hopefully today he can get himself involved efficiently and effective in the attack and get some balls in the box today.
Let's take a look now for OKC Energy. Alex Dixon, who we mentioned, is up top. Philip Rasmussen, a very good holding midfielder for this club. up, it will typically roll out to a 4-4-1 or a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, don't forget about Atiba Harris playing in the back. A veteran, physical player, not a second center back by trade. So hopefully, you know, Christian Isley, maybe Kamawasa, or even Bijev can take advantage of his inexperience in the back. However, inexperience aside, very, very good player. But like I said, hopefully Sacramento can exploit his inexperience in the back.
Our referee is Turin Osterberg tonight. He's assisted by Eric Earhart, Vivek Dutt, and Vince Apalchiarella. The Tower Bridge Battalion ready to go here from Papa Murphy's Park. The State Fair taking place as well. Should be a fun and electric night here. Sacramento on the season, 36 points. Currently in the hunt, 5th place overall. 21 points for the Energy. They're in 12th place, but they've been playing better as of late, Kevin. They haven't lost in 6 matches now. This is not the type of team that you want to take lightly.
No, not a team you want to take lightly. Not at a point in this season right now where we are almost end of July, coming into August. You get a team like Oklahoma City right now on a run of form, with momentum. We talked about momentum earlier, coming in here and trying to set themselves up for a playoff stretch. And really, Sacramento feeling pretty good with themselves with 2 wins recently, but going to be a very, very important game, I feel like, as August is approaching for both teams tonight. See who can come out here, perform well, and get a result.
Oklahoma City did not start off this season well. They struggled, could not score goals. They've been better as of late. Their goal differential, however, still -9. Meanwhile, Sacramento is extended there to +5. That's after a 3-1 victory over Swope Park and then a 1-0 victory over Colorado Springs. And here we go from Papa Murphy's Park, Sacramento, Oklahoma City. Quick touch, and it is Valesky and company for Oklahoma City, quite aggressive. We saw this from the Real Monarchs when they were here a couple of weekends ago. They came out of the gate strong. These teams have seen each other before, but here's a different scenario. OKC and Sacramento have not faced each other. What do you expect here in this first 10 minutes of play?
Well, here we go here. The first couple of minutes, or excuse me, first couple of seconds, Rob. You already see kind of a bit of high pressure here from Oklahoma City. I would imagine they're going to come out tonight and try to press and put Sacramento under pressure and make them uncomfortable early and get them off their game plan, get them off the rhythm. But hopefully Sacramento can weather that pressure and use that pressure to their advantage, in fact, and hopefully be able to get some balls in behind early, cause Oklahoma trouble defensively by getting in behind them, and get Oklahoma thinking defensively and thinking about the worry about, you know, your Christian Isleys, your Vion Bijevs, your Kamawasas getting in behind you. And I think if Sacramento can do that, it's going to lead to some positive stuff here for the first half for Sacramento if they can get behind early.
Well, let's take a look. We just talked about some of the things you discussed and what we should look for. But while we have a moment, let's take a look at your Chevy keys to the match. Shannon Gomez out wide along that right side tonight. He's a very flexible player that he'll move anywhere. Villarreal switching the field, looking for Bijev just outside the 18. Heavy touch. He's moving forward, a little bit of room. He's going to give it a go, and Byers took a misstep, but able to pick it up in the first save of the evening.
Okay, before we get to the keys here, a good little strike there by Bijev, challenging Byers early, and Byers does not look very comfortable on that shot. So I'd like to see Sacramento challenging Oklahoma here early. Back to the keys. Let's talk about momentum. We've spoken so far a couple times about momentum for Sacramento. Coming into a really, really important stage of the season with playoffs looming, and a run I think is needed by Sacramento, either to stay consistent or start to press forward to make sure that they get a home game in the playoffs. And second is you got to win the set piece battle. I think when Sacramento is playing well, they're winning the set piece battles, meaning getting goals, getting good opportunities. I want to see them come out here tonight, and when they do get an opportunity on a set piece, try to make sure they focus as much as they can to put a good ball in the box and be dangerous on that side. And also the winger play. I think when Sacramento also plays well, you got really good quality play by Bijev. We got a good chance here right now by Shannon Gomez.
Gomez will cross one in, sends it down low. Here's Iwasa, quick touch. Could not turn on it without a play.
But I think going back to my keys to the game here, when Sacramento plays well, it's 2 points here. You got good set piece play offensively and good winger play. So tonight we get a good look at this in the first couple minutes right now with Shannon Gomez overlapping on the right side. You got Bijev on the other side. Need to have them be effective tonight and be dangerous and cause Oklahoma problems. And if that's the case, pretty confident that Sacramento's going to come out here and get a good result.
Good pressure here. Watch Christian Isley, number 9 for Sacramento. He has worked his way back into the starting 11, scored a goal against the Swope Park Rangers, and which was a strong victory for this side. No team had beaten the Rangers since last July when playing at home in Kansas City, so a big win there. While we have here, let's take a look at our UC Davis Health injury report, and it's starting to pile up for the Sacramento Republic. Yuri Matiasic is out as well. He's dealing with a quad injury, though. They don't believe it to be serious. He's just going to take some time as the club does not play next week, so they do have a full 2 weeks before their next game. Meanwhile, you see Eli Monpartain and Carlos Rodriguez, who just had surgery on his right knee, a little bit banged up. They hope to get some of these guys back in, but we saw Kevin Aliman before the match. Kevin, he looked to be running pretty well as Jeremy Hall plays with a little pressure coming from Callum Ross.
Yeah, you see how high these guys are pressing Oklahoma right now, but going back to Kevin Aliman, unfortunate to see him go out so early, but he did look really nice as he got Shannon Gomez coming up that right flank again.
With a cross looking for Iwasa, and just in there Atiba Harris and Christian Ibiaga, very strong right side to the back line for this OKC side. Bijev loves it from this angle, going to work it back, look to his right, goes into the 18, poked away. And still working OKC, trying to bend but not break.
This is Turnley. I think Turnley's got to realize who he's playing in front or in behind of. When he got Bijev, let him go 1v1. There's no reason to bring that additional defender back.
So over the top, looking for Isley. Atiba Harris here, but to it. Ibiaga there. Comes back to Bijev. Bijev left-footed cross off the face will be a throw for Sacramento.
But I think Turnley's got to be a little bit smarter right there. To let Bijev go 1v1, don't draw another defender back in that space and make it more difficult for Bijev.
Sacramento moving the ball quickly. Another cross and header by Christian Isley over the bar. Another good look, but Sacramento, their shape, their composure, and their passing ability early on, Kevin, is something that we've looked very good here in 5 minutes of play.
Yeah, we get two good chances coming from out wide once again. He got the first opportunity from Shannon Gomez a few minutes ago, and then a good ball in the box by Josh Turnley. Christian Isley on the end, does good physically to get himself some space. Pretty upset with himself, I'm sure, to not find target on that situation, as he did have a pretty good opportunity with plenty of space to try to get that header on target. But good first 5 minutes by Sacramento, creating two decent opportunities. But opportunities are nothing if you can't put anything in the back of the net, Rob.
Well, we've seen that with San Antonio with 30-plus shots on the night, and they still could not pick up the victory. An unbelievable game by Diego Restrepo, but Sacramento putting up 3 goals against Swope Park last Tuesday. Kevin, that was one of the most impressive wins we've seen from this club, and then although it was just a 1-0 victory the following Saturday, they looked better than they had entire season in that victory, and Todd Donovan and Simon Elliott are feeling really good about the way this team's playing.
I agree. I think right now there's a lot of reasons to be optimistic. You're in a good position, I think, in the standings, Rob, where you know, I think the players, the team feels like they need to get better. They need to keep working on being a little bit sharper, just considering that they're 4th or 5th position, depending on what time of day you're looking at these standings, by the way, Rob. And I think that's a good place for this team, for Sacramento to be in. You're not going to get complacent, and you're always going to want to go in and week out at this point and try to get better and try to sharpen things up so you can get to that point in the standings.
A little tussling is Rosenberg going to call a foul on Callum Ross. Holding a little bit further along Jeremy Hall, and as Jeremy Hall whistled, unbelievable. Here comes a restart. Shannon Gomez able to shield as it trickles out of play.
Ever steady Shannon Gomez does a great job there.
Physical, though. Here's a team from Oklahoma City now that is much different than they saw at the beginning of the year. They're much more physical. They felt like they haven't changed a whole lot, but hard to miss that one. Either way, they did, but I think they feel a lot more confidence. They have a back line now that's much more solid and anchored by number 15, Atiba Harris, who last played with FC Dallas the last couple of seasons. He's one of the top guys in MLS. I know you played against Atiba. Here's a player that not many guys like to go against.
Yeah, I completely agree. Atiba's been in the league for a long time, in MLS for a long time, probably a decade or so, between Dallas, Vancouver. And he was always a guy, when I matched up against him, did not like playing against. He's one of those matchups you look at when the schedule comes out and you think, man, I got to play against Atiba. He's all knees and all elbows and doesn't take plays off. And I always felt like whenever I played against Dallas and I played on the left side against Atiba, and this is not when Atiba was playing a center back, by the way. This is when Atiba was playing out wide in an attacking role. I'd always come away from that game with bumps and bruises and sorenesses that I wouldn't typically have because of the effort that Atiba puts in. So, you know, kudos to him for being so difficult to play against, playing a new position here now in the USL. And I think there could lead to some exposure.
Lead to a nice break here for Sacramento. Rossa looking for some help as Isley breaks toward goal. And will cycle it back. Jeremy Hall, the captain here again tonight. Jeremy Hall, 1 goal, 2 assists on the season. And less of an attacking-minded player this year. They've got a lot more help in front of him here. And along with Adam Moffat, those two have switched off, becoming that key defensive holder for this team at Simon Elliott. Tainter's going to slow it down. Quick touch. Back behind Elliott Hoare, getting his first touch tonight. Going against McClaws. McClaws cuts him off, and we're turn it back to Shannon Gomez, who finds Hall. A little bit of space here. Sacramento has been pressured early. Here's a good cut by Bajev. Bajev stepping in. Isley looks to break. And out of play, Brian Byers, the last touch by the Sacramento Republic. OKC led by Steve Cook in his first season, who has him 6-10-3 on the year. He's also technical director. But with the Colorado Rapids, the organization for quite some time. Again, in 2010, was part of the academy program there. Played in England as well. Simon Elliott, 43 years of age, and talk about the job that Simon Elliott has done. It's really remarkable is not the right word, but the way that he has his team prepared each and every week is something to take note of.
Yeah, I think that you go back and watch some game tape of it's a good ball and behind.
Over the top, looking for an opportunity. Phil Rasmussen, who's moving forward here this evening, much more than he typically does.
But go back and you watch some game tape of Simon Elliott, and I think his managerial style is pretty similar to his playing style, where he's just a consistent, steady, you know, well-prepared player. And I think the same sort of attributes can be said about him as a manager.
Nice move by Christian Isley, taken out by Atiba Harris, and probably a pretty good foul for the Energy as Isley was looking to break toward goal and Brian Byers.
I mean, this should be definitely talking to, maybe even a caution here. I mean, that's kind of last defense sort of stuff. Professional foul by Atiba, but I think that's where Atiba might get caught up a little bit here today. Not a defensive-minded player. He's played his entire career as an attacking sort of player. Different roles in the attacking a third of the field. So a bit of a switch here for him today. So I think there's opportunities for Sacramento to go at him and expose him a little bit.
Well, season ticket members, renew your season tickets tonight. Maximize your benefits and renew early. Exclusive 2019 season ticket member flag. If you renew by August 4th, go to season ticket tent in front of section 110 or renew online, sacrepublicfc.com. Obviously, if you were here, you're probably not seeing going to the tent, but here is Leon Bajev and Jaime Villarreal.
So this is set pieces. I think Sacramento, when they perform well.
Villarreal locks one in, looking back post, punched away by Byers.
Really good ball there by Villarreal. Saw a great ball from him last week.
Well, under lap from Gomez. Gomez looking to get it quickly back in. It's Gomez there, so it's going to be a goal kick for OKC. That was the right call. But how aggressive have we seen Gomez here tonight? This is the third or fourth time now. We've seen him get deep, try to send a cross in. That's a good sign. Meanwhile, Jaime Villarreal is finally coming to his own to lay that ball perfectly for Bajev against, like you said, against Colorado Springs. He has 3 assists on the year. This is the type of player Todd Dunham was hoping they would get.
Yeah, Villarreal really coming into his own. Some of the first probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 games, Rob. I think we talked about it a couple times. We were a bit disappointed with him. Just seemed to be playing the ball backwards, way too conservative. You know, in hindsight, I think we might have been a bit harsh in that he had to feel himself and play himself into this team, and really seeing him do that, play himself into the team, and becoming way more aggressive and way more effective in the attacking third. So you see a great chance for Oklahoma here to break.
OKC moving forward. Rasmussen to the top. Quick touch over the left side. Internally is there. We'll find Bajev, and here comes Atiba Harris to make a swing at it. And now Bajev has a free lane.
See the runs in the box. Where are the runs?
Down low, Byers gets to it. Just late arriving was Christian Isley. But a good breakout, starting with Josh Turnley finding beyond Bajev.
Yeah, a couple things to talk about right there. Great little step there by Sacramento, and a really bad step by Atiba Harris come flying in against Vion Bijev and allowing Bijev to get in behind, and a decent ball by Bijev. I like that near post look. He had Christian Isley flash into the near post. The angles just weren't there. But once again, I think there's some exposure by Atiba Harris, by Atiba. he's that defensive-minded player coming in, and if you're going to be your center back, you got to get body or ball in that situation. He gets neither. So I think, once again, Rob, I think there's opportunities to go after Atiba.
Oklahoma City coming off a goal-scoring frenzy, to say the least, against Las Vegas, winning 6-4. Alex Dixon, we talked about, had 2 goals and assist in that one, assisted on a goal to Atiba. That was Atiba's first with OKC on the season. And what a tough stretch. There's 3 games in a matter of a week, and remained unscathed throughout those times. They have played well. They've now gone 6 without a loss, and haven't lost that last match. That came against Seattle on June 10th. So they're playing as well as anybody, trying to work their way up the standings, as they were near the bottom just a couple of months ago. Villarreal so confident over the ball this time of year. The best play we've seen him coming as of late, assisted on the game-winning goal, a weather delay in Colorado Springs, and that's always tough to do, Kevin, too. I'm sure you've been a part of those, where you're restarting your mind, your rhythm is all off, and yet Sacramento played well the full 90 minutes plus.
Yeah, really difficult. Poor ball here by Oklahoma, conceding the corner kick. Really, really difficult to start a match, come out, you do your warm-up, you go back into the locker room, you get yourself mentally prepared, come out and play 5 or 10 minutes, and have to go back in and reset for 45 minutes. Really difficult, but Sacramento did a great job, very professional. I think it goes back to the management, in my opinion, to see how teams come out, after those breaks. And I think Sacramento did a great job last week.
It'll be Horde, hard-driven ball, chance for Turnley, and it's into the arms of Brian Byers. Played it perfectly, but how about that? Josh Turnley getting ahead on it.
Yeah, great job by Sacramento. Turnley does a wonderful job, gets himself up, good ball in the box. Great step right here, it's a chance.
The Jeb steps in front, looking for an opportunity. Here's Horde, Isley's in front of him, cuts it to his right, goes back, big swing, breaking it up is Drew Becky.
Totally fine there, well done by Elliot Horde. Don't mind him having a strike right there. He had Christian Isley streaking, but a good step nonetheless.
Elliot Horde.
Even before that, just a wonderful job by Josh Turnley on that set piece. Getting himself up, getting the ball on target. Unlucky not to find a corner. Finds Byers right in his chest.
So Elliot Horde to take the corner. The Fresno native draws a back post. This time looking for Tainer. Hits to the turf. And Tainer's going to give it one more chance. Back to Isley. Tainer not quite done yet. Schmidt to the left. Hall will retreat back to be the safety. It'll be lofted in. Not much room there for Justin Schmidt with the left foot there. But how about Elliot Horde coming back from that Brome bruise, and then he had the knee issue, and here's worked his way back in. You had Shannon Gomez playing really well. If you're Simon Elliott, you're figuring, what are you doing? Well, here's Elliot Horde. He's played well enough to say, you know what, look, put me in the midfield. I can play this and the right back position, and I can perform for you. And I think either while he doesn't have an assist or a goal, he's done his job defensively. He's played well. He's gotten forward a lot, and now he's taken the corner kicks.
Yeah, it's funny. You got 2 very sort of similar players out on the right side with Elliot Horde and Shannon Gomez, and both guys that are just completely consistent. You know what you're going to get day in and day out. They're going to give their best. They don't complain, and they work hard, which I love to see. And you got those 2 guys on the right side. Great little touch right there.
Quick touch looking for Valesky. Little trouble for Sacramento. The most dangerous we've seen so far tonight. Oklahoma City has been dominated early on. Rasmussen's going to give it a go. A couple of bounces. Easy play for Josh Cohen.
But the one thing I like to see with that Elliot Horde, he had that injury early in the year. They bring in a guy like Shannon Gomez. It's so easy to come down on yourself and get yourself into a rut and, think, why me, poor me, why am I not playing anymore? But he stays consistent. Elliot does, continues to work hard, finds himself back on the pitch in a different position, and really kind of, could establish himself here as a right flank, right midfielder for the remainder of the year. So great to see that attitude. I love seeing guys, the team attitude that Elliot has.
And it's not a position he played in college or as a youth, and so it's, as you know, being comfortable on the ball and where you are on the field has a lot to do with how you perform. And for some of these guys to be that flexible, it says a lot about their work ethic.
I think also it says a lot about the guys that, Todd and Simon have on this squad right now. You talk about Ajax way is, any player should be able to play any position at any given time. And a good example is what Elliott's doing right here. You know, he can play right back, he can play left back, and Shannon too, right back, left back. And now Elliott's playing right mid, doing well, being efficient, being effective. So I think kudos to I mean, across the board, really. You get, you know, Todd and Simon for figuring out where Elliott can play, and also for Elliott coming out, having a good attitude, sticking with it, being a good teammate, being a good team player, and finding himself back on the pitch.
Philip Rasmussen, the 29-year-old from Denmark, his 12th appearance. It's his second year with OKC, but did have an injury in June of 2017, so it's a good sign for the Energy to see him back out on the pitch. Here's Dixon. He's been quiet so far tonight. Elliott Hort, and Mark Gomez gets back as well. Hard cross it in. Tainer deflects it and hits off the scoreboard. Josh Cohen will give him a bit of props. Josh Cohen on the year, making his 22nd appearances, has allowed 20 goals, .95 goals against on the year, one of the best in the USL, 65 saves. We've talked about how good he is and the confidence that Simon Elliott has had in him, because Rafa Diaz is also a very solid goalkeeper. He hasn't even seen the light of day quite yet.
Yeah, going back to Tainer, I think he's done a great job defensively this season. Also, his entry passes and his distribution, I think, are kind of not discussed enough, but he's done a great job on both sides of the ball.
Here's Rasmussen, ball dribbled in. Send away, Sacramento looking to break here as Isley comes up for it. Give it away. We've seen the pressure from OKC. Can they move quick enough? They're trying to get a good look on goal. Here's Dixon. He has 5 on the year, looking for 6. He had 7 a year ago. As he works around to the right side, Tainer's giving chase down low. Dangerous ball. Sacramento able to clear for the moment. Justin Chavez not able to keep it at his feet. Seen this pressure from OKC tonight. Now Sacramento a little bit of their own as you see Jeremy Hall and others pushing forward. Quick touch, opportunity for Sacramento. Iwasa lays it up for Bajev. Bajev in there just near the 6, trying to cut it back. And last touch by Brian Byers. It'll be the 3rd corner kick tonight for Sacramento.
I think Bijev's got a chance. I mean, good for him for not going down, but I think if he goes down right there, there's a legitimate penalty decision to be made. Great ball by Cam Iwasa. Great little step. And a good run, good timing on that run by Bijev. As Ibiaga, you see him put his hands up there. He knows he's a little bit late. I think if Bijev goes down, he's probably got a legitimate shout for a penalty.
Ball driven in. And still on a play and throw for the Republic. Elliott Hort chasing quickly.
Yeah, I like that. I like that decision by Elliott. Keep the ball going, get the momentum, keep the momentum going. Don't slow things down. I think Oklahoma's playing on their heels a little bit.
Well, there's the pressure. There's a lot of space as well. Keeps this one low. Just a bit behind. Cameron Iwasa, not enough on it.
Still only one guy making a run right there. The only guy is Christian Isley. My one big knock on Cam Iwasa this year is I think his runs, as the ball's been in a wide position, I just don't see his runs happening, and they're not crisp.
And yet he has 9 goals on the year.
Don't get me wrong. The guy's a goal scorer through and through, but my one knock, I think if Cam could really take things to the next level.
Isley finding Iwasa with a strike, and it's number 10 on the year. What do you know? Kevin Goldthwait, as Iwasa now has an incredible strike and the game's first goal.
I tell you what, it doesn't matter what your runs look like when the ball's out wide. If you can do this week in and week out, great strike there by Cam Iwasa. Fortunate for him, the ball falls right to his feet. And what do you see from a striker? Don't even think twice. Put your laces behind, through the ball, put it in the top corner. No big deal. Let's get out of here. Let's get a goal. Look at this great piece of technique by Cam Iwasa. Johnny on the spot finds himself in the right place at the right time. And make no doubt about it, puts his foot through the back of the ball and finds the top corner. Great job by Cam Iwasa.
So that goal by Cameron Iwasa ties him for the all-time lead with Rodrigo Lopez in club history. Another mistake by OKC. Sacramento not quite done yet. Villarreal, Iwasa again. Stutters back, may look for another one. And he's denied by Alex Dixon. Here's Bajev. Bajev toying with Ibiaga on that left side. Back to his left, lofts it back in, just a bit too high and out of play. But man, Vian Bajev putting on a show. Cameron Iwasa so far the hero.
Yeah, and really a timely goal by Cameron Iwasa. I think we've seen this year, you know, moments and spells during games when Sacramento's really had control of the game. Chance after chance after chance to come away empty-handed. I think they've really had the majority of the play here in the first 20-25 minutes. So to see Sacramento have the majority of the play and see something tangible at the end of that, where you actually get yourself a goal, get yourself on the scoreboard, is really good to see. Now, let's see if Sacramento can continue with the pressure and try to grab another one. And don't take your foot off the gas here. A great little piece of effort there by Cam Iwasa. Great individual skill. I'll say it again, doesn't matter if you can't and don't make runs in the box if you can do that once a game.
So Iwasa's goal in the 23rd minute. He's already the USL club leader in goals scored. Now ties with Rodrigo Lopez in all competitions. The local product has been fantastic in his return to the Old Glory Red. And the Republic have a 1-0 lead. Gomez moving forward, peeling off. And here's an opportunity for Isley. Atiba Harris able to get there instead, but Sacramento continuing to pressure. Here comes Hall up into the mix. Just enough right there.
Great pressure by Sacramento, forcing Oklahoma to play the ball out of bounds. You had 3 guys just swarm the ball.
This series, Sacramento 4-5-0 all time against Oklahoma City. But the Energy have struggled here at Papa Murphy's Park. They are 1-3 all time. Hall, Villarreal looking to keep it down low.
Yeah, don't force it. Be patient.
Turnley. Bajev, who's had his way this evening already, lays it up for Turnley. Able to go, and the crowd a little bit disappointed.
What a ball by Bajev. Great combination between Turnley and Bajev. And I love that little underlapping run. It kind of goes unnoticed, unrecognized, but the perfect weight on that pass from Bajev to Turnley. Look at another look right now. Just finds that seam, and Turnley, I love the effort by Turnley too. Looking for that far post, but a great little block there by Atiba.
Short corner. Villarreal back to Bajev. Bajev drives this one hard. Giving chase will be Mitchell Tainter. Love Mitchell Tainter's effort on these set pieces. He was not afraid to continue to move forward. Now he stays up on the ball. Gonna give it a left foot over the top. Iwasa was there, just in between the two. Villarreal. Now they hang on, now breaking free. Here comes Alex Dixon. Dixon lays it forward, looking for Valesky. Out comes Josh Cohen with a great play on the ball. Is Valesky, who had his sights set, the Henderson, Nevada native, who was acquired from St. Louis, has been a key part to this team. 4 goals on the year, almost had his 5th in that situation.
Yeah, and that's one of those stats that's not going to go on the book here tonight, but Jeremy Hall does a great job of screening the attacking player right there, allowing Josh Cohen to come out as Valesky's really striding towards Josh Cohen's goal. But Jeremy Hall does a great job, uses his body. It's exactly what you want to do right there if you're a defender in that situation. Allow your goalkeeper to come out and scoop the ball.
Well, every match is better with a group. Get 10 or more friends, family members, and colleagues to get tickets as low as $10 with exclusive experiences for your next match. Visit the team's website, sacramentofc.com. Cameron Iwasa again. Board just outside the area, drives this one hard. Chance for Bajev. Cleared away by Christian Ibiaga, who grew up in Oklahoma and starred at Duke University. His brother now plays for NYCFC and was a star at San Antonio.
Great ball in the box, by the way, by Elliot Hoare. Good pace on this. Nice little whippage. So it just falls to the back post. Like, so that's where you want to see your outside opposite wide midfielder crashing that far post. Bajev was almost there.
Jeb again, looking back post, going up high. Sacramento's Justin Schmidt, and he'll be whistled. But how about this from Sacramento? The attack has been relentless. Even the pressure from Oklahoma City, they've been able to stay calm, find open space, and continue this. And you have different players in this attack. I mean, not to mention, guys like Yuri Matiasic aren't in tonight. And Gomez, Horde, Owasa, Bajev, Isley, even Hall at times has come up. This is going to be tough to defend for OKC tonight.
Yeah, so Sacramento, they got to capitalize on these. You got one goal so far, but if you're going to be expending so much energy and effort going forward, it's going to be Sacramento's ball. I think everyone except the referee saw it. But this is where, you know, you're expending so much energy and effort going forward. You got to be able to come away with, you know, a bit of a cushion.
Well, especially this team, they scored 6 goals against Las Vegas.
Exactly, and we've seen it before. All it takes is 5 seconds. You know, one turnover in the middle of the pitch, and a team like Oklahoma can punish you for it. Before you know it, right now in the situation, it could be level 1-1. And it's a completely different ballgame.
Isley toying with Atiba Harris a bit. Well, the assistant coach, Danny Stone, talking about preparing with a handball.
Yeah, it's a physicality there at Atiba, as we saw. Handball called.
And he might be going to his pocket here. The referee turned Ozdemir. And there is going to be a yellow card issued.
This could be for dissent.
And Harris continues to plead his case to Ozdemir. And now Ibiaga is there as well.
Atiba.
And it's going to be Atiba Harris who is going to be given the yellow card, the game's first tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if this is an intentional handball, if it's for dissent. If Atiba says something. Got another look right now.
Holding there, but look at that from Christian Isley.
Yeah, look at the handball, maybe right there, maybe in the bicep. I think that's pretty unlucky for Atiba Harris. It's a good opportunity here for Sacramento, a good position. With a guy like Villarreal and Bijev on here, you got to believe that there's going to be a good ball whipped in with pace.
So if it's Bajev, it'll be something heading toward goal. It's going to be Villarreal, most likely an outswinger. It will be Bajev. Bajev will strike it down low, into the mixer, into the 6, as it trickles away. Sacramento, 2 good opportunities crashing in. Mitchell Tanner with the first.
Mitchell Tanner does a fantastic job right here with the dummy to let it, to decide to leave it, to go through his legs, and a good ball in the box. You might not think this is that great of a box, but it's whipped in with pace, and look at his dummy there by Mitchell Tanner. Justin Schmidt just isn't ready, isn't thinking, isn't hoping that the ball's going to come to him. Kind of got caught unaware.
Just hit the foot of Justin Chavez.
But really a good ball in the box. I like that ball from Vion Bijev. On the ground, hit hard. I'll say it again, smart play by Mitchell Tanner to allow that thing to run by him, because it caught everyone behind him, I think, off guard a little bit.
Before the handball, I was talking about his assistant coach Danny Stone, who was telling the club's media team that they have a difficult game. They know that. He talks about the Republic and how organized the attack is, and say we've got to be prepared for our counterattack. And we haven't quite seen it here tonight from this team. We've seen the pressure, and so maybe the tactics have changed a little bit. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust now down the goal.
Yeah, you know, I think that's been a pretty common theme or common tactic by opposition coming in here to Pop Murphy's Park, is you got to, you know, let Sacramento go, let them go forward and try to catch them on a fast break, catch them on the counterattack. And I think, honestly, in my opinion, Rob, I think that tactic's become a bit stale over the years, and Sacramento's been able to kind of figure that out and how to deal with it. If you really want to come in here to Pop Murphy Park and be effective and try to win a game, I don't think the counterattack play anymore is going to win you a game. Might get you a goal, but it's not going to win you the game.
Teams have been successful, have come out aggressive, trying to hold possession early.
And even press. I think when teams have pressed Sacramento, it's caused them troubles.
Well, I think you could say that about Oklahoma City. They've tried that tactic early, and it just hasn't worked.
Yeah, I agree. I think, one way or another, Oklahoma's got their hands full right now. It's still a 1-goal game, though, Rob.
Quick touch flying through Iwasa.
I like the combination play right now between Owasa and Bijev. Great step here by Jeremy.
So Cameron Owasa with a goal in the 23rd minute, his 10th on the year, just a goal behind Thomas Edevoldsen from Orange County, who is leading the Golden Boot race as we speak. No Sacramento players really been in the hunt for the Golden Boot in the 5 years, but here he is, Cameron Owasa, just a goal behind and playing as well. Here's a chance for Oklahoma City. Alex Dixon, a little bit of space, but Jeff comes and saves the day, able to send out of play the second corner kick of the evening for the Energy.
Yeah, good step by Bijev. It's a lot harder than it looks to make that step. So you got a player like Alex Dixon, you know, if you're going to commit yourself like Bijev does there, goes full speed, it's a pretty easy cutback if you're Dixon. But Bijev does a great job. I think he kind of cuts that cutback off. He's able to block the service in the box.
Rasmussen sends one deep into the area, still bouncing around. It's Josh Cohen with a save near post.
Never a good thing to see that ball bouncing inside your own 18-yard box. Looks like it might have been Christian Valesky who came away on the end of that. But Josh Cohen, not the most challenging to saves, but does a great job. Gets down to his left.
The best chance of the night for the Energy. 34 minutes in, Sacramento with the 1-goal lead. Let's take a look at what happened just a few moments ago. A little misplay by Tainter and a follow-up coming strong from Valesky, but Josh Cohen read it well.
Yeah, Valesky doesn't get all of it, but still finds himself a good spot and a good chance here for Sacramento.
Ford angling in just outside the 18, will send a cross in, looking for Iwasa. Ibiaga cut it off. Ibiaga's had to make a couple of big plays just to keep Oklahoma City from conceding a goal. Back to Bijev, quick touch, a little bit heavy.
Good job by Sacramento, win that second ball and keep the attack going. Love that from both your center mids, Villarreal and Jeremy Hall. Can't tell you how important that is for teams to win those second balls, retain possession, and keep teams defending deep in their own defensive half.
We've seen the Sacramento Republic play well. I think the quality of play in a game like this tonight is what sets them apart in this part of the season. Bijev is going to waft one. He might just go for goal here. No, he's looking for Isley. Not a bad idea. It's just going to be a tough one to head in any situation, but a good look. And you talk about the combination. It's not just one or two guys anymore. It's guys like Bork trying to team up with Isley, or Bijev with Owasa, or Bijev with Isley. That's got to be incredibly difficult to not only match up against, but even to prepare to match up against.
Yeah, I think, and right now too, you see where Bijev picked that ball up on the right flank. Gets the ball at his feet, does a good job, is able to serve the ball in the box when typically he's been out left on the left flank the entire half so far. Hard to pick up, hard to manage where he is.
And again, moving forward, Sacramento, Becky's got to get back. He's going to try to shield off Isley and does a decent job of it. So the Canadian, who's making his 8th appearance for this side, has held his own here at the center back position. It's gotten the starts of late, and a big reason that the back line has played well for this OKC side.
I saw some pace too from Becky. Good chance for Sacramento to step, make it difficult.
Iwasa putting pressure on Byers, really getting up his 5th goal on the year, gave up 4 in the win against Oklahoma City. No more than 2 goals a game. Here's an opportunity for OKC, a big swing. Sacramento played it well. Now it's going to be a break here for Bijev. Into the corner, laid up from Villarreal. Bijev back for it, going against Ibiaga. Will try to work his way in. Just along that touch line, cleared away by Justin Chavez.
Great job by Sacramento. Love seeing Villarreal pick that ball up. But immediately, once Villarreal puts his first touch on the ball, Bijev just spins out. And you see those guys both on the same page, and a good ball out, springing Bijev in behind.
Bijev. Ford and Rasmussen will give chase. Rasmussen will be able to get to it. OKC just not able to break free. Keep back on their heels, and an attack by the Republic that has looked as solid as any match this year. Tainer still up from that center back position.
Smart play there.
It'll fall to Bijev, who keeps it just in play, getting past Ibiaga again. It's been a tough evening for Sebastian Ibiaga. Excuse me, Christian Ibiaga.
Yeah, Bijev, I can't tell you enough on how shifty he is.
And it's incredible to think that he only has 3 goals and 3 assists on the year. I mean, there's been a couple of matches that, for whatever reason, the ball was deflected last moment, and he didn't get credit for one that should be a goal. I mean, he has had a fantastic season so far.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a big stat guy myself, Rob, but I think what Bijev's done this year, you look at obviously Cam Iwasa, 10 goals. He's going to jump out at you almost, you know, in the Golden Boot race. But Bijev so far has been, you know, in my opinion, the most important player for Sacramento.
Ball laid in the corner by OKC as it sails out of play. Valesky giving chase, but not there in time. Will be a throw.
And Bijev, the most important player in my opinion. I think when he's playing well and when he's on the pitch, that attack seems to run that much more efficiently. And he's the one guy, when he's in the final third, he gets a ball at his feet. I'm confident he's going to make the right decision, whether it's a shot, whether it's a pass, or whether it's a cross. But Bijev's the guy, I think, where a lot of Sacramento's attack really kind of rolls through. And allows, I mean, it makes it so much easier for guys like Cam Iwasa, Christian Isley, Wilson Nisha,
well,
Yuri Matiasic. I mean, in my opinion, he makes everyone around him that much better. And it's not that he's playing him great passes, but I think he's also drawing a lot of attention from the opposition in terms of, you know, where's Bijev at? Who's going to be marking him? Who's going to be, you know, stepping? Frees up a lot of space for other players.
And he's not a surprising player. I think he was a great get for the Republic. We talked about it when he played with Portland, right? The league in assists, with he had double digits in his first year in the USL. But here's a guy who performed well for Liverpool at the younger academy levels. And, I mean, he's a guy that a lot of people thought he could do a lot of great things, and there's no reason he shouldn't be playing at the next level. And Sacramento, I think, is very fortunate to have a player like Bijev because he is so creative on the ball and rarely makes those mistakes that make any type of coach, especially Elliott, Coach Elliott, that cringe at all, right? I mean, he's a guy that day in and day out is going to make a play, and he's aggressive, which is, I think, a hard combination to sometimes find.
So we get away by Gomez.
OKC trying to put something together here late in the first half of play.
That's another thing I love about Gomez. You know, he makes a mistake, and once he busts it, gets back, finds some space, and wins the ball back for his team.
Mitchell Tainer, he's looking for a goal at it. He's going to give you a strong strike. Nearly found that upper corner and down to the Tower Bridge Battalion. Mitchell Tainer being aggressive.
Why not, big fella? Take your touches, have a strike. So I love it. Still, to this day, I don't know what foot Mitchell Tainer's best foot is, because he strikes the ball so well with both feet. Gets him on his right foot, gets his head down. Good strike.
And if you see Cameron Iwasa just in the corner of that play, you can kind of see him go, yeah, okay, you got it. Yeah, and he just, I'm going to stop running because I know what you're doing now.
And there he is, winning the header on the backside.
Turnley stepping up. Chavez there. Quick touch haul now. Chavez again stepping up, colliding. And the Republic again has plenty of space and are moving forward. Beautiful night in the capital of California here. Game temperature is about 85 at the start, and the breeze has continued here. Can't ask for a much better evening here at Papa Murphy's Park. Schmidt's going to lock one in. Maybe a little bit tough of an angle to try to weave through.
Yeah, just got to be patient there, in my opinion, by Justin. Got one guy in the box. The last couple minutes of the half, keep the ball.
Well, curling ball from Villarreal. Laid it off to Horde from Gomez. Horde's going to give it to go, get it a run. Hard. Cross sent in, and it's broken up. OKC still on it, but Sacramento not done yet. Continue to win those second balls. It's been a problem for the Energy all evening long. Another cross sent in. Here's Isley. Fires to it. Just got a finger on it enough. Villarreal lays it up for Turnley, and Dixon able to get there. That's probably a pretty smart challenge. Likely to be carded.
Yeah, really good play there. Up into that last moment right there by Turnley. By Sacramento. Kept the pressure on. Good balls in the box. A couple opportunities for Elliott Horde.
But Turnley didn't have a lot of choice. I think you saw Alex Dixon, this pace the number 11 has. There's no doubt about it. Something had to be done.
And really, at the end of the day, not a bad foul by Turnley. Slows things down. We talked about the last couple minutes of half, Rob. You don't want to give away some fast breaks. Turnley really late here. Really late, but Alex Dixon clearly has the pace on Turnley. But a smart foul nonetheless. Slow things down.
Well, now the Republic with the opportunity to put some pressure on Byers and company. Byers sitting in the midfield. It's Turnley, will head it forward. Isaac was on side as well. He thought he would be off, and he came jogging forward. OKC just not sharp enough yet to counter this attack from the Republic. Ibiaga moving forward. Rare times tonight. Goes down softly, and it will be Jose Baril, a player that has been a stalwart for this OKC side the last couple of seasons. And he's been fairly quiet tonight. I think it's a bad sign if you're Steve Cook tonight when Jose Baril.
And this is, you talk about
not in the play.
The last couple minutes of a half and managing the game. Don't want to give away set pieces in this position. I think Baril goes down pretty softly, but I think also Villarreal's got to know that if there's any contact, most likely that guy's going to go down.
Especially when you're going away from ball.
Just work your feet, make him play it backwards.
Especially that devastating goal against St. Louis where they were able to tie it up. Ball sent in, and Turnley able to get ahead to it. We talk about when you're fouling when the player's going away from it, can be devastating because it gives the opposition an opportunity to make something happen that they didn't have currently in that space. But
yeah, and even set pieces anywhere at this point in the game are dangerous, especially if you're up a goal and playing as well as you've been playing in this first half. The last thing you want to do is allow opposition in Oklahoma have a chance to just lump the ball in the box and hope.
Baril cross that in back, and nobody there.
Take your time. Let's see how these guys can manage this game and get out of here.
Public have dominated this first 45 minutes of action. There's no doubt about it. And we talked a lot about Vion Bajev. And coming up at the half, we've got a special feature highlighting number 20 for the Sacramento Republic. So 1 minute of stoppage time is brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards Program. Earn points every time you shop. Shop today at Rayleigh's.com. Sacramento sneak one more in. They've had several chances to do so. OKC looked to even things up in the final moments. Key to Republic here is to hold on to possession for the next 50 seconds or so. Maybe less than that. Really costly mistake from Shannon Gomez.
So in situations, you just dribble yourself into trouble if you're Shannon Gomez. Get the ball with your feet. Move and go get it again. I think to be fair to him, he probably needs one more option. Jeremy Hall's going to show for him a little better.
Here's Hall. Being chased from behind from Valesky. Bajev. He's going to lay it into the corner. He's going to cut back with it and hold possession.
Great job.
Ball again. Iwasa looking to run in some space. He's going to give it a go with his left foot. Gets it right back to Bajev. Now Bajev thought about it. Ford pulls it in and sets it up just a little bit too deep, and this one may be coming any moment here. And there it is. So Sacramento, after a dominant 45 minutes plus in Papa Murphy's Park, they lead 1-0 here against the Oklahoma City Energy. A thunderous goal by Cameron Iwasa, the difference maker here. We have a great halftime show coming up for you. Don't go away here on a beautiful night from Papa Murphy's Park. Sacramento has the lead.
On you, the question of healthcare can stop you in your tracks. But candidly, it all really comes down to one big question. Who offers the very best healthcare? UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu. During open enrollment, all those questions often lead only to confusion. But when you stop and ask, who provides the very best healthcare, suddenly it all becomes clear. UC Davis Health. Visit answers.ucdavis.edu.
A pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular Event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bake an XL NY pizza topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Okay, we're going to talk about cars today. If you were going to design your perfect car, which 3 features would you choose?
Safety with the kids.
Fuel efficiency.
Affordable price.
My dream car would have all of these things.
What if I told you that there was a car that did have everything?
Seriously? Okay.
This is the Chevy Cruze.
Go Chevy.
Current qualified GM lessees can get $3,750 total cash allowance on most Cruze and Malibu models when you purchase. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Welcome back to Papa Murphy's Park alongside Kevin Goldthwait. I'm Rob McAllister. Nice first half of play from the Sacramento Republic. Well, let's take a look at our halftime highlights brought to you by NorCal Honda. And early on, Beyond Majet and company come out aggressive.
Yeah, they're testing buyers from the beginning. First couple of minutes here. Put something on target. I love seeing that first 5 minutes for your team to come in and strike something on target. It's fantastic.
And then Shannon Gomez has been phenomenal as well. He's been able to find players in the box. And Milwaukee tried to turn on it quickly. A little bit tougher than it looked. And here's an opportunity. Josh Turley looking for his first goal of the season. Nearly got it in the part of the play.
Yeah, really good look there by Christian Hazley. I think he's going to be thinking about that later tonight. Should get that on target.
And here's the Jet opportunity. And again, Byers coming up big. He's been busy tonight.
Yeah, Byers does a great job, comes out here. Just the runs, once again, Rob, I think they're just not crisp enough. And a great ball in the box here, and a really good job there by the big left back, Josh Turnley.
Scott, here we go. That was Turnley. So Sacramento continuing to pressure, and OKC one of their best looks. An easy dribble for Josh Cohen, and right after that, you saw what OKC was able to do when they get a little bit of space. They have some time, but just not enough. And Sacramento will continue to work things into the box. A thunderous strike from Cameron Olasa, and that would be the difference maker in the 22nd minute.
Great little layoff there by Isley, just a wonderful strike by Campbell Olasa. Thunderbolt in that side netting.
And 10th goal of the year for the Jesuit High School product. Sacramento again, the shots are starting to pile up, 4 of them on target. But to me, Kevin, it's not that they had 68% of the possession, it's the way that they possessed the ball and the way that they moved the attack. It was methodical, and it was well thought out, and there wasn't panic from this team.
Yeah, I completely agree. That's 68%. That's 68% in their final third. That's not the percentage of that we see typically moving back in the middle of the park in the defensive third. They're moving forward with it.
And this stats brought to you by Lashes Elk Grove Subaru. And we did promise this before and wanted to make sure we get to this for you because he has had a phenomenal year. 5 goals, 3 assists across all competitions. And beyond the Jev has brought a tremendous presence to the Republic. We saw what he could do in Portland. He's continued it on here. And he's logged quite a bit of miles just to get here to Northern California.
I was born in Bulgaria. The national sport there is soccer. That's all everyone does. It's the country's pastime. I moved to the States when I was 5. That's when I started playing competitively. I was able to be seen by the national team coaches. And then being on the national team and having gone on a couple trips is what got the European eyes on me. I went on 6 or 7 trials. Liverpool was actually my 7th trial. Did really well, scored a lot of goals. They offered me a contract on the spot. Once I had signed that professional contract, there was like no doubt in my mind that that was what I was supposed to be doing.
Bijev cuts, plays it across, oh, it's in!
Then I couldn't get a work permit the first year I was there. So for that first year I went on loan to Germany and I played with Fortuna Düsseldorf in the 2nd Bundesliga. So after Germany, I went back to Liverpool. Couldn't get my work permit again, so I ended up going to Norway. Went back to England and then stayed there for 1.5 years. And it was an amazing experience playing for Liverpool's U21 team. And then finished in Liverpool, and then I went to Bulgaria for 1.5 years. After Bulgaria, kind of got tired of the whole European lonely journey, so I decided to come back to the States.
And Bijev cuts it back to his right foot. Outside the area, gets it back. Bijev just outside the 18, a shot and goal!
Vilja Bijev found a little space and he took it!
It's definitely made me hungrier in terms of wanting success and wanting to win things and just keep getting to the highest level that I possibly can.
Nothing here at Papa Murphy's Park. And Vilja Bijev, what a treat to have him here in Sacramento. Well, let's take a look. Top 10 Sports Center plays are from the USL. Quite incredible goals that have taken place so far this season have made it to ESPN Sports Center.
Sports Center's top plays. Number 10, Fred. That's Matias Silva. Rocket outside the box for a goal. It's the real Monarchs, Swope Park Rangers.
And number 9 for the United Soccer League, Tampa Bay Rowdies and the Charlotte Independents. 90th minute, Dominic Oduro. Absolute firecracker from outside the box.
Phoenix Rising FC, OKC Energy FC, Solomon Asante. That is a goal. That's a finish.
This is soccer. Fresno and Seattle. That's Jamal Johnson.
San Antonio, Reno 1868, 27th minute, Reno's Jerry Avik. Jerry Van Avik.
Steve have action on the Las Vegas Lights and the Swope Park Rangers. It's legal. Juan Kazane, free kick, bangs it. A little soccer for St. Louis FC, Phoenix Rising FC. They're going at it. Chris Cortez, the blast, bang.
Sacramento Republic and Fresno FC. This is deep. Frank Tayu over the goalkeeper.
United Soccer League, Indy 11, Nashville SC. And Absolute Caracas.
United Soccer League, FC Cincinnati, Richmond Kickers. I like that name.
Yep.
Fresno FC, Swope Park Rangers, 32nd minute. Great passing, and then Jamal Johnson back in the onion bag.
Nashville and Penn FC. Nashville work at the give and the go. Lebo Maloto. Bebeto. Maloto.
We're up to 2. More United Soccer League. Jason Johnson.
Be arrested. That's an unbelievable goal.
JJ, the scissor kick.
Tony Sod, holy shnikey, what a firecracker. Look at that thing, that little screwball action. Man, you take it. Of course, the keeper always.
For the Fightin' Phils.
Number 1, United Soccer League. That's Cincinnati's goalie, Spencer Ritchie, to Kenny Walker, who puts it in from almost 50 yards. That is silly and saucy.
Let's take a look now at our USL news and notes, and it's incredible. This league continues to grow and the fans continue to show up, and 1.5 million fans in record time, and the attendance continues to rise for even last year, which is a record-breaking year. And then how about a new team out in the Virginia area, Loudoun United, joining in next season, and I've lost count, but I think it's going to be 7 new franchises. There's going to be 38 new teams by next year. Just incredible the growth of the USL we've seen in 5 years since Sacramento joined in 2014.
It's unreal. It's unprecedented to see this expansion over the last couple of years and into the next few years. And it's just a wonderful sign for soccer in the United States. And I think, one of the backbones for the growth for the national team and success worldwide.
And let's take a look now. The game's coming up on ESPN. These are all Wednesday City game. So San Antonio, who just beat the Real Monarchs 4-2 earlier today. San Antonio turned the funnel into form. And then Sacramento on the schedule August 15th, so Goldie and I will not be there for that match. So enjoy the broadcast on ESPN3. And that will round out the schedule for the USL coming up here on ESPN. And a beautiful night in Sacramento. And the breeze continues to kick up. Can't ask for better than this. The State Fair is crowded. I know the parking lot was full an hour before the match tonight. So just a fun night so far. Can Sacramento continue this level of play in the second half of action? Don't go away. That's coming up next right here in the My 58.
What happens when you sell lots of Dodges, Chryslers, Jeeps, and Ram trucks? You become the #1 Dodge dealer in Northern California with the largest inventory in Northern California. Hey, it's Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Oak Grove Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And when you sell that many cars and trucks, you need lots of lots. Lots here, lots there, lots across the street, and online, all at the lowest price, and serviced by the best techs. Find your next car at Lasher's Oak Grove Dodge. In the Oak Grove Auto Mall, online at oakgrovedodge.com. For over 60 years, our name means a great deal.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Every day, there are millions of stories, but the most important are the stories that impact you. Whether it's keeping your family safe,
these are the areas under a high alert because we're
understanding changes to your world,
and it could end up costing taxpayers more money, thousands,
or figuring out what the future holds.
It just may be bringing new jobs to Sacramento.
At 10 o'clock, we take more time to focus on the details that impact you most. KCRA 3 News at 10 on My 58, where the news comes first.
When you set out to find new roads, you can't do it alone. You need a partner on the journey, one you can count on. More and more people are finding themselves in a Chevrolet for the first time. Trying something new can be exciting, empowering, downright exhilarating. See for yourself why Chevrolet is the most awarded and fastest growing brand the last 4 years overall.
See your greater Sacramento area Chevrolet.
1-0 Sacramento with the lead. Fans feeling good here at Papa Murphy's Park. An amazing strike by Cameron Iwasa. His 10th on the year. It ties him for the all-time club record with Rodrigo Lopez. That's an impressive company to be sitting with.
A very fine company indeed. And I think we're really starting to scratch the surface for what Cam Iwasa can do. Hopefully grab another one here tonight. Well, we have an upcoming schedule brought to you by Western Health Advantage. Fresno, August 4th, so 2 weeks off, not only for the team, but for us as well, Kevin. And then here are some matches to me that are winnable. They could easily string off 3 or 4 in a row. And then one of the hottest clubs in all of USL, Reno on August 25th. So they've got a great build-up for Reno. Reno they just go in waves. You know, you don't think about it when they start the season pretty slow the last 2 years, and then they just hit their stride and absolutely just run a few games here and there, and all of a sudden they're in a position where they are now. So on paper, I think you're right, Rob. I agree with you that there's going to be some winnable games, but that's only on paper. You got to go out there and perform every week going forward. Well, we've seen this club when they're playing against the biggest, baddest competition in the Western Conference. They played a different level. Grab them credit tonight. Here's a team in 12th place, and they're playing at a high level. They're playing compact. And for you and what you saw this 445, while there's just one goal scored, you assess this is probably one of the best halves we've seen from this team? Yeah, pretty good, I think, from top to bottom in terms of you got Cohen making a couple decent saves, nothing really challenging. You got Cam Iwasa, some great touches, a good combination up front, and also you have Jeremy Hall and Jamie and Jaime Villarreal in the middle playing really well. So I think top to bottom, I think the team's playing really well in one of the better halves that we've seen, the better 45 minutes that we've seen so far this season.
Quick to get started here. Sacramento with the 1-goal advantage. Cameron Iwasa, and the 22nd minute took it on himself. And here's a good step from Iwasa, just on cue from Byers. Man, that was dangerous for Oklahoma City.
It's been crazy with these goalkeeper plays. I mean, the last like 2 months with the Champions League final, with the Liverpool goalkeeper throwing the ball into the path of, you know, remember who it was, and then obviously Lloris in the World Cup final. Silly giveaway. I think there's a message to be had, to be seen there. It's strikers, put some pressure on goalkeepers.
Strong collision between McClaws and Isley. And Isley will be whistled for the foul. Is that just losing focus a little bit, Kevin? What is that?
I don't know. I think it's one of those things where goalkeepers don't necessarily anticipate that pressure is going to be coming as hard and as quickly as it has been coming over the last couple months in these big games. But those are, I mean, just bizarre that, you know, in those two games, the biggest games. You know, obviously World Cup final is a pretty big game. Champions League final, pretty big game, and for two howler mistakes from really good quality goalkeepers. Rare to see that, but I think, like I said, if there's a message to be seen or be taken from that, is if you're a striker, don't be afraid to put a little pressure. Don't be afraid to go out on and hunt down that pressure on your own. Make it difficult, like right here. Let's see what happens.
The Byers has to come out. He says best play is to send it into the crowd.
And also, if there's a message to be taken from this too, is if you're a goalkeeper, don't mess around with the ball. Okay, get the ball off your feet, do what you're supposed to do, and let's make saves.
Josh Cohen's been one of the best at doing that. Brian Byers has taken over the starting role for this team as Bijet working outside the 18, cuts it back in, looking for an angle just inside the 6. We got Justin Chavez able to slow it down a tad, but Matt Van Oekel left with a leg injury a couple of weeks ago, and they have announced that he will miss the remainder of the season. Almost a mirror of what happened last year when Cody Lorendi went out. And Lorendi, the all-time club record for appearances and saves, he is re-signed and is back, but he has still been injured as well. Peril to the feet. Almost played 7 matches last year with Tulsa, but not a lot of experience. And I guess as a goalkeeper, you've got to be ready to step in at any moment, because you never quite know. And while it's rare, but for Oklahoma City, now 2 years in a row, you've seen their goalkeepers go out with a season-ending injury.
A backup goalkeeper always got to be ready. There's a great opportunity. That's Bijet's bread and butter right there on the hold.
Ibiaga, the mark, able to slow things down a bit. Valesky looking to break Schmidt, not able to keep it at his feet. Valesky breaking out of the right side, cuts it in. Looking for a streaking Rasmussen now. Back to Baril. Baril lays it up. OKC looking good here. Callum Ross. Dixon will send a cross in, back post. Shannon Gomez, the only player there. And Gomez will look to turn it upfield. And charging hard coming in is Jose Baril. Baril just battling right now, giving his team a chance. 3 years before that with Harrisburg City Islanders, played here in that final, the loss. But a young player out of Spain, was part of that Real Madrid academy as a youth. A lot of talent, and maybe one of the better players OKC has had in the last couple of seasons. Let's take a look, Kevin, just a little bit of review, maybe your Chevy keys to the match from that first half of play. I know you wanted to see Sacramento do well in their set pieces. I thought in the corners they looked fairly good, but maintaining that sharpness is going to be maybe the one thing that can get the Republic in trouble, as we saw mistakes just happen here.
Yeah, I think momentum. I think Sacramento did a great job rolling off their last 2 good performances in the first 45 minutes, getting the goal, playing really well. Set pieces. I think Sacramento did a great job. He's a good ball in the box.
Rasmussen.
As there's a couple good looks and some good services in the box. I think Sacramento's got a little bit more work to do to become better and probably defend that better and ultimately not concede like we just saw right there. Silly set pieces when there's no need to. And the winger play has been really good by Sacramento. I think you saw quite a few balls served in from the outside by both Elliott Horde, Shannon Gomez, and Dion Bijet did a great job too on this left side, getting up and down that flank, being dangerous. Love to see Sacramento be a little bit more effective or a little more patient defensively and not concede these set pieces. It's going to be the absolute nail for them.
Rasmussen lobbing it in, back post opportunity, just missed it wide. OKC with a very good look, and it's going to be a corner kick, the first of the half for either side.
Being up 1 goal, I mean, all it takes is one silly set piece to be conceded and a good ball in the box. And all of a sudden, things become equalized really quickly, and this game gets absolutely turned on its head. So we'd love to see Sacramento. That's a great ball in the box. Not sure if that's off Sacramento or not, but a good ball in the box nonetheless.
Here's Philip Rasmussen. 3 assists on the year, looking for number 4. Drives this one into the 18. Jaime Villarreal trying to get to it first, looking for Isley. Stepping quickly, OKC is playing a lot better out of the gate.
Doing a great job of controlling the pace, controlling the game right now, winning the second ball. That's a silly giveaway. If you're the manager, if you're Steve Cook right now, I think you got to be pretty upset as Justin Chavez just plays that ball, just being too aggressive. Needs to be more patient, in my opinion. Enjoy the ball while you have it. You haven't had the ball for about 50 minutes.
There's Josh Cohen, who grew up in Sunnyvale here in Northern California, star UCSD. Big-time player for Phoenix last year, and in the running for goalkeeper of the year at some point as well. Horde giving chase. And that pressure allowing Sacramento to retain possession here. Cohen before that played for Orange County. But he's been a fan favorite, and many times a goalkeeper can be. I mean, we saw Dominic Jokabek, who was here for 4th season. Fans love playing behind Dom and getting him going. Playing him up, I should say. And then Jake Gleason, who's had some significant minutes with Portland. And the left side, Horde's going to cross one in, looking for an opportunity. Bouncing around for the Republic. Owasu was there, Ibiaga, and down to ground, going beyond Bajev. It'll be a throw for OKC here.
I still think that's a really good ball in by Elliot Horde, and those runs once again unable to find to get on the end of that ball. I love seeing Elliot Horde on this right flank serve good balls in the box like he's been doing all game so far. Good decision right there by Gomez.
Villarreal.
Here's Bajev. See what he can do here.
Incredible against Ibiaga. Gets past him one more time. He's going to turn and girl. Alex Dixon, the pace. Not many can match with number 11 as he works his way all the way through the field. He's looking for a shot on goal. He's going to give it a ride off the crossbar and into the crowd. Sacramento lucky not to concede there all the way. It was Alex Dixon. He was looking for number 6 on the season.
Yeah, I think you just see the ability right there by Alex Dixon and see the pace. Takes that thing coast to coast. Someone's got to engage with it much earlier than Shannon Gomez does. Ends up with a wonderful strike just off the crossbar, but somebody's got to engage with Alex Dixon much earlier. Get a body on him, bring him down, take a professional foul if you have to.
And it's going to be a throw for Sacramento.
I think it just shows the quality and the pace. And once again, how quickly things can change. I think Sacramento's got to keep their foot on the gas here. Keep going, keep moving the ball forward.
Alex Dixon, a part of the Houston Dynamo Academy, made 10 appearances with the MLS side in 2011. And again, right back up.
It's that gap. It's that gap between the back 4 and the front 2 right now, Rob.
Ibiaga moving forward, looking for Valesky.
Let it run. Well done.
And Tater. And the adjustments from Steve Cook. He's obviously found out there's could be some potential holes here against this Republic. And right now, OKC, to their credit, starting to take advantage.
Yeah, I think they're doing a good job of pressing, and when they do win the ball, they're keeping the ball. Oklahoma is. Oh, man.
Cohen, dangerous turnover. Public catching a break. Schmidt will send it upfield looking for Bajev, and he is taken out hard. And that's going to be a yellow card against Dixon. Oh, it's Josh Turley, excuse me, that's out on the turf here. Alex Dixon is handed a yellow card. That's the game's 3rd, 2nd for OKC on the evening.
Yeah, just a hard late challenge by Dixon. Josh Cohen does a great job, is brave. Saw that pressure coming.
So Turley a little slow to get up.
No argument either by Dixon.
Got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, that's just a tough foul. I got probably elbow in the ribs right there. late challenge. Hopefully gives Sacramento an opportunity to breathe a little bit.
Well, the 5 Years of Glory celebration continues Saturday, August 4th against Fresno. Public will highlight the top moments in club history and wear the 5th anniversary jersey on the field. For tickets, go to sacrapublicfc.com. Chance for the Republic to reset here. Dominated possession, 68% in that first half of action. Cameron Wassa with the goal. Christian Isley being credited with the assist there. Handball against Jeremy Hall.
Oklahoma here, 10 minutes into this the second half, and Oklahoma's done a great job, regrouped in the locker room, come out and looked really dangerous, really making this a game right now, and Sacramento's got to figure things out, whether it's weathering the storm for a little bit, waiting for that momentum to shift.
Well, you talked about when you have possession, when you're getting good looks on goal, that you've got to convert more of them. And this is probably a prime example of that, is that now you're not dominating the game like you were as the foul is called away, and Christian Isley is furiously upset. Ball wafted into the arms of Cohen.
Yeah, in any match, one goal is not a cushion. I mean, I'm telling you, within 3 to 5 seconds, one turnover, and all of a sudden things equalize. And when things equalize in those situations, the game gets shifted on its head, the momentum shifts, and all of a sudden, you're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling pretty bad about yourself in that situation, and the opposition's feeling very good about themselves. A big shot in the arm and new energy and new life.
This OKC team has outscored Sacramento 12-9 in this series. They have struggled here, however, in Sacramento 1-3. A good step by Dixon. OKC moving forward, the energy looking to break and equalize here. Dixon getting past, maybe a bit too selfish, but somehow Rasmussen comes up with it. The cross, Baril is the target. Gomez steps in front.
Yeah, and once again, who is it? Gomez cleaning things up.
And now Bajeb is fighting and sends it out of play. A throw for OKC, and Republic fans love the effort.
Yeah, just some shaky, nervous moments by Sacramento. Silly giveaways in the back. Simon's not happy on the sideline. I think what I want to see right now is when Sacramento does have the ball, it's got to be more movement, more effort off the ball. Create triangles over the pitch with your teammates.
OKC moving nicely to the fit. Valesky, Gomez is there. OKC searching for a handball. They won't earn it. The man, Shannon Gomez, may have just saved a good look from Valesky. Now the Republic have an opportunity to break, sent too far ahead of Christian Isley.
I tell you what, Drew Beckey's pace as a center back's been really impressive tonight. But also Shannon Gomez does a great job once again cleaning up the mess, doing a great job covering for his back four. So two center backs on that particular play. Christian Valesky, there's no way he should have that much time in the box off a service. Center back's got to get organized and start to weather this storm.
When you were at spells, whether it be Portland, New York, or Houston, I'm sure there was matches you had these type of spells. As the center backs, how are you pairing together and trying to calm things down and work it back to your favor?
Yeah, it just comes down, at the end of the day, it comes down to leadership.
Back through Sean McClaws, curling one in. And Rasmussen can't get to it.
But really, at the end of the day, it comes down to leadership. Who in the back? Is it going to be Justin Schmidt? Is it going to be Mitchell Taylor? Is it going to be Jeremy Hall? Who's going to grab this game and grab the team and get everyone together, calm things down a little bit, take a breath, and try to shift this a little bit? Ultimately, it comes down to individual players here, in my opinion.
Here's Josh Cohen. He's not allowed a goal tonight. 65 saves heading into this one and 7 clean sheets. He's number 2 in all of USL in saves. He's tied with the Western Conference League with the 7 clean sheets. They had the mid-season awards, and he wasn't even nominated, which many fans were upset about. To me, it's about what happens at the end of the year. And mid-season, no one ever remembers even a month from now. But there's no doubt about it. Josh Cohen has been one of the best at 25 years of age. He is letting people take notice. Here's Valesky with an opportunity, cleaning up. Valesky lays it through, and OKC with a big shot. Again, Josh Cohen coming up big in the 60th minute.
Yeah, the ball goes right at him, but still, that's a tough ball by Callum Ross. Ball's bouncing pretty high, does a great job, keeps it on target. That left foot off a half volley, good piece of technique and skill right there. It's a bit unlucky because I think he hit it probably just a little bit too pure, to be honest. So once again, that ball coming from the right side. You got Mitchell Tanner going up in no man's land. Sacramento turning the ball over too easy right now.
Wassa, a little bit of space. Being tugged from behind. Stays on his feet, maintains control, looking for Bajev, who's backpedaling. Bajev trying to find some space. He's been masterful so far today.
Slow things down a little bit right now. Keep the ball and move it side to side. Don't dwell on it, but don't force anything. This is where you work your way back into the game, Rob, by moving the ball.
Wassa, a little bit of a heavy touch, push from the back, maintains control. Finding his teammate Horde.
Well done by Sacramento right here. And you see Simon down there.
And this is where they've improved. Villarreal, a little bit of space, looking for Iwasa. Iwasa tries to give it back, collapsing with Chavez. And now it's Dixon on the break. Valesky's in front of him. And Schmidt just steps up calmly and takes it away.
So this is where you need to get some professionalism. You got to slow the game down. There's no reason to play end to end here.
Ibiaga, bit of shoving on Bajev, and Bajev's still able to get a toe to it.
And ultimately what Sacramento needs to do is they got to keep the ball. They got to give the ball. They got to keep it. I think they did a really good job a minute ago and just started forcing things a little bit.
An hour gone by. Cameron Iwasa goal is the difference maker in the 22nd minute. His 10th on the year. Iwasa with a brace and the victory over Swope Park. And then Isley added a third.
So no one wants the ball in Sacramento right now. This is where you get to these bad spells where guys are tired, waiting for other guys to pick up the slack. Take your time now. Start thinking about game management here.
I think we had, what, 8 shots heading into half. That puts them over 300 on the season. They're number 3 in the USL in shots. And a foul is drawn against Elliott Horde. But they've been aggressive this year. Meanwhile, goal scoring, it hasn't been really about halfway through the league, about 16th right now. 26 goals on the year. But they're getting opportunities, Kevin. I think as a coach, you've got to feel that at least you have a chance, where many other teams like OKC, they're 21 in goal scored, they're 21 in shots taken.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely look on the two sides. You're going to be optimistic about that, you're going to be pessimistic about that stat. And I agree with you. I think you need to look optimistically to think at least we're getting ourselves in positions to take some shots. And I do think through the course of this year, Sacramento's been pretty unlucky to not have a few more goals.
Here's a good chance to break. Horde's going to switch the field. Just gets it to Bajev in a card collision. Ibiaga goes down, and Vian Bajev is hurt, and Christian Ibiaga is going to see yellow. And this is not a good sign for the Republic, as Vian Bajev continues to hold that right knee and is down on the turf.
It's a really reckless challenge, in my opinion. See the players motioning.
And Justin Schmidt is telling Christian Ibiaga, don't even come near him. And I think Ibiaga is trying to say sorry. A little bit late, of course, on that challenge as Ozdemers hand out the yellow card to Ibiaga. But look at it one more time. You hope that's just a bruise and nothing more for Vian Bajev and the way that he has played this season. Either way, I think he's coming out of this game, as you have a couple of players on the sideline getting ready for Sacramento.
See the athleticism there by Ibiaga. But really, that's just a reckless challenge coming through with both feet, kind of scissoring motion.
A yellow card was issued in the 66th minute.
Hopefully take a look, see how Vian Bajev, how his right leg deals with this. Looks like a little bit of a bend there in the wrong direction. Like an MCL sort of bend. That's not what you want to see. You know, I don't think there's any malice in that tackle by Ibiaga.
It's like he was a step late and trying to make up. And because he knew he was the last line there. Vian Bajev had a clear space behind him. Crowd a bit quiet here at Papa Murphy's Park as Vian Bajev takes a pretty tough tumble Sacramento holding on this 1-0 lead. It was Cameron Owasi who scored his 10th goal on the year in the 22nd minute. Sacramento right now 36 points. OKC with 21. And a win here for the Republic would put them right back in the top 3. And with just 5 points separating Real Monarchs, who lost tonight against San Antonio, 41 is the leader here. Plenty of teams are going to be looking at August and September as a way to make a run. How easy is that going to be? That's going to be the tough part for all these teams, as the Western Conference is very well balanced here in 2018. And it looks like Vian Bajev is up and walking around. Best sign there. I think you're hoping just for maybe a deep contusion or a bruise just on the upper surface at the very worst here. And I think if you're Simon L, you're probably making a substitution for number 20, especially because you have 2 weeks coming off.
Yeah, I think you might want to give it a look right here. See how Bajev, I'd even probably maybe think about giving him a run for a couple minutes. See how he's reacting, but definitely get your tactics ready, get your player.
Ball sent in via Real. Back in action here. OKC looking to break forward. Valesky's been very active in the second half. Lobbing it right back forward is Josh Turnley.
Such an important ball for Sacramento. You got to keep that ball rather than just give it right back to OKC. So we're dealing with these guys coming right down your throats once again. This is where Sacramento, I think right now, you see OKC's winning a lot of these second balls. It's a little bit more energy. In order to turn these fortunes around here, the first 20 minutes of the second half, 25 minutes of the second half.
Well, OKC, they're fighting to stay in that final 8. I mean, they're outside looking in right now. They're in 12th place. They were 6th place at the end of the year last year. They've been to the Western Conference Finals twice. Have not been able to move past that, as Swope Park has just been able to hand plenty of teams some disappointing end to a season. But a guy like Jimmy Nielsen, who was with the team for 4 years, 57, 46, and 33. It was a shock to many in the USL for one of the legendary coaches not coming back. Mitchell Tainer down to ground. Flag goes up.
Not sure where that foul came from. I think Sacramento will take anything going their way right now. I think ultimately right now, if I'm Simon, I think these guys need to come from Jaime Villarreal and Jeremy Hall. They've got to start winning second balls and keep possession. Good, look at this. Decent tackle. Not sure where the foul is, to be honest. Line's been a bit flag happy.
OKC in their last 10 matches, 5-2-3, and they've been able to score goals as of late. They knew this one was going to be a challenge, but in this 10-game stretch, they've scored 18, allowed 13. But the way that they started the season, where they couldn't put anything in the back of the net, they're at a much better pace late in the season as Cohen sends it forward. Looking to shield is Isley. And it'll run out of play. Atiba Harris. Republic attacked that right side of Ibiaga and Harris in that first half of play. They've not been able to do it as effectively here in the second half. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think they haven't been able to do anything effectively offensively in the second half. And I think it's just because Oklahoma's controlled the ball well enough and made it really difficult for Sacramento to even retain possession, put a couple passes together to go down in any part of the pitch in Oklahoma's final third. It's decisions like that right there. I think Sacramento's got to find. It's offside. It's Isley's offside. I think it's got to be better. It's got to be a little bit sharper in terms of when Sacramento is able to get the ball at the feet. You've got to find your team. You've got to retain possession and play yourself back into this game.
Handball not called. Callum Ross brings it down. Dixon softly into Ross. Ross again. Big swing on it. Not much there behind it. It's an easy play for Josh Cohen.
Yeah, I think some changes need to be made here. I think the energy needs to be raised a little bit. You're coming to the 70th minute. I'm not sure exactly, and this is why I'm not a manager, but who do you take out, Rob, in this situation? Who's the guy that's dragging a little bit? Maybe bring out Isley, get some fresh legs, maybe get a Nisha up front, get some fresh legs up there.
What about an Adam Moffat?
It's a great call. Should be a manager, Rob McAllister. Bring some fresh legs into the midfield.
Here he is, and here's along with Wilson Nisha. We both made the call there. Although I will say that we did not see them walking up until just now. Either way, you're adding some pace up top. You're adding some veteran leadership in the back to slow things down, calm the ball when you need to retain possession.
But this, I agree. I think the most important position or most important player coming here is Moffitt. It's a chance to slow things down and get this change happen. But Moffitt's got to come in here and really value the ball. There's no reason. I think sometimes my only critique of Adam at times is he tries for that home run pass, the final pass, too often in a situation like this where you're trying to retain possession, keep the ball, burn the game out. Possession is what's needed by Adam. And the veteran leadership that he has and the experience that he has. Love to see him come in here and really kind of, take over the middle of the pitch.
And we're still sitting with the fourth official, Vince Applechiarella. And so they're trying to determine who's coming in for what. Meanwhile, it'll be Jaime Villarreal over the ball. Oh boy, a little dangerous. As Baril was right there, Gomez comes back. And Gomez is going to send it all the way back to Josh Cohen. And Cohen being chased. Valesky was right there, just in the nick of time. Cohen taking a little bit too much time with it. Isley back to Villarreal. Dixon again.
Another turnover, Rob.
Dixon has been fantastic. Last 3 matches, he's scored 3 goals and 2 assists for OKC. Quick touch again. Isley. Just not a lot of conviction here by Sacramento, Kevin.
I even think also right now, though, to be fair to Sacramento, I think Oklahoma's doing a really good job of possessing the ball and moving things and making it difficult for Sacramento.
We've got about 18 minutes left. They haven't had too many good looks on goal. The pressure has been there much better in the second half for the Energy. And a hold by Elliott Horde, an easy whistle, and now we'll have some substitutions. So Elliott Horde, who has played very well in the 70-plus minutes, he's coming out, going to be replaced by Wilson Nisha. Nisha on the year with 1 goal. Scored 3 goals and 5 appearances in 2016 when he signed with the team late in the year under Paul Buckle. Big year last year, 5 goals, 5 assists in USL play. And then Adam Moffitt's going to move in for Jaime Villarreal. So interesting changes here as we talked about. Villarreal so good on the ball. We saw Elliott Horde put in a decent shift. Maybe just the energy level and felt like Biombajev good to go, so he will stay in, which is a good sign for Simon Elliott and the rest of the fans here. Meanwhile, you talk about Wilson Nisha. What would you like to see from number 8?
Energy. I want to see energy, and when Sacramento does have the ball, to be smart with it. I think what I want to see him do also is when there's an opportunity for the ball to be cleared into the corners, into the channels, I want to see Wilson Nisha get on his bike and find those channels and be the guy for Sacramento to get in behind Oklahoma and relieve pressure.
Dixon has great pace out of that right flank, trying to find a bit of room. He does have 3 assists on the year, not only as a goal scorer. But Jeff continuing to pressure Ibiaga, and he has won that battle tonight. There's no doubt about Biombajev and the effort that he has put in over the 75 minutes here at Papa Murphy's Park.
There's no need for a long ball here.
Well, that's what you get anyway.
Yeah, that's a perfect example. You win the ball and immediately give it right back and you're defending again. It's got to be, you got to find a midfield player, find an Adam Moffitt. Good ball over the top.
Valesky out, Cohen just there, punched it away. Gomez may have turned Valesky. Now Valesky back at it, into the 18. Lays it up in the box outside. Baril will give it a go. Had a good look on target and just sailed it wide.
Yeah, very dangerous moments. And, I'm going to go back to that play by Josh Turnley. There's no reason why Turnley needs to try to clip a long ball. Keep the ball, move the ball side to side, play to somebody and get it back. You can have a look right here. Baril gets it on that right foot, tries to just curl it into that far post and can't find that top corner. But ultimately, that giveaway starts that opportunity for Oklahoma. And Sacramento, somebody needs to get control of this thing and retain possession and work themselves back into this, because it's been a really, really difficult first 35 minutes.
The difference maker to me for OKC that stands out, number 4, Callum Roth, the Newcastle native, has played well as Cameron Awasa turns it over, but played with Charlotte last year and as a rookie made 29 appearances and scored just a goal here in this season. 2 goals, 2 assists for OKC, and he has been a player that has been solid. He's been attacking minded here. You've seen him go back for it as well. And right now, as you talked about it, OKC making the better plays right now. Sacramento lucky to be up 1-0, I think, after a phenomenal first half.
I completely agree. It's been interesting. We've seen this a couple times by Sacramento. The Jekyll and Hyde matches where you look really, really good for 60 minutes or 45 minutes, and all of a sudden things turn on their head.
Why
it's the complete opposite.
Why is this happening more at home than on the road?
Great question. Frankly, I have no idea.
Because on the road, it seems like a different mindset. I mean, you look at Swope Park, even Colorado Springs last Saturday, and they were sharp the entire time, even despite essentially 2 breaks in that game. Teva Harris back heel. Callum Ross, Dixon moving forward. Down goes Hall. Tainter's there with Dixon, and Dixon will earn a corner kick. Good set piece opportunity for OKC.
Look at the body language on it. Hands on the knees for Sacramento right now.
Tower Bridge Battalion trying to put some energy back into this Republic team. Meanwhile, the team from Oklahoma City has been on their toes this entire second half. Ball wafted in, opportunity for Valesky. Couldn't turn on it, moving forward. It was Nisha back to Badril. In the middle of the park, Isley still giving chase. Let's see if he could switch Isley and Nisha, maybe get Nisha up top and poke the ball up through. Here's a wide open opportunity for OKC. Taps it in. The game is tied. Valesky with his 5th goal on the season in the 79th minute. Energy have tied this at 1.
Great ball from that wide side. No reason why Sacramento's getting caught out as bad as they do right there. Get another look at it, but it might be that left back, Josh Turnley, either too wide or too tucked in. One way or another, it's way too much time on top of the 18-yard box for Oklahoma City. They'll serve that ball in the box. One way or another, bound to happen, I think, with the pressure that Oklahoma City's been putting on Sacramento in this second half. But something needs to change, because right now, I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of energy that Oklahoma City's going to have here for the next 10-15 minutes. And I think Simon out of substitutions at this point.
So Cole Seiler checks into this game, had been dealing with a calf injury. They thought it may have been something more serious with the knee. It was not. And so he is in. And it looks like the referee, Turden Ozdemir, is on the turf and being looked at by the Republic training staff. So each team will come for a quick hydration break. Sacramento, you felt like this is St. Louis all over again in a way, Scott.
Timeout. Can we talk about what's happening right now? It's so frustrating if you're a player. I think actually this plays into Sacramento's favor. But now look at this goal. See where this ball comes from. This right side. Now watch this entry pass and how much time Oklahoma's allowed to have. And you got Turnley way too far tucked in. You got Bijev on the outside. They're not connected whatsoever.
So Vince Apple-Chiarella looks like he's warming up and will become the referee. Meanwhile, Ozdemir will become the 4th official. It appears that he can no longer run something with that right leg. But Valesky now 5th goal on the year, and it just seemed that Sacramento not moving quick enough. Too much staying around flat-footed along that back line.
You got Tainter out wide on that left, and then look at that big gap. Look at the gap right there. That's way too just unorganized by the back four. And then it comes from maybe Adam Moffitt. Adam Moffitt's in there. Adam's got to step forward. He can't be the one that's that far back. He's got to bring Tainer in. He's got to get Tainer as well as Turnley to come in. And Adam doesn't need to be there. Adam needs to be higher. Let's see what his lineup looks like right now. At the end of the day, too, Rob, I think this plays into Sacramento's favor to slow things down. Hopefully, have a chance to come over and regroup with Simon, discuss tactics.
A little timeout, per se. The Cole Seiler getting a touch on it. It's good to see him back. He was figured to play a strong role. Came over from Vancouver.
See how Sacramento, they got the ball now. You got an opportunity to move it side to side, move it quickly. Don't force it.
Here's Tainer. He had a good look on goal early on. Threw a ball. Wilson knee shot. First touch of the night. Going to send one deep and far. I think he was in between two. Was he trying to go for that back post? Was he looking for Isley?
I think his first touch is really what lets him down. That first touch needs to be a little closer and set yourself up again with another touch. But definitely caught between two minds. So that was a pretty good look for Sacramento, and there's no reason why Nisha should be blowing it that far over the goal.
Game tied at 1. Christian Valesky, Cameron Owasa, each with goals here tonight. And they'll let it go to Cohen. Next Republic FC Camps and Clinics presented by Rayleigh's coming up August 6th through the 10th at Mather Sports Complex. Kids 7 to 14 years of age. Sign up republicfc.com for more details. These are great camps run by many of the Republic coaches, so make sure you get your youngster into those camps. OKC look like the better team in the second half. It was the Sacramento Republic who dominated the first 45. OKC is not lost in 6, and they're trying to keep that streak alive. Cameron Watson moving forward, has a little bit of space, will send it forward just a bit slow. Christian Isley. Good idea from number 31.
Good idea. Isley just doesn't believe it's going to get there. I think Isley really gets on his bike and busts it to get in that box. Could find the end of it. Decent ball by Kamawasa.
Brian Byers has allowed 5 goals on the year in 3 matches. Happy to see Christian Valesky tie this thing at 1. Shannon Gomez finding his USL Team of the Week member. Cameron Owasa, who was named the Player of the Week. First time Republic player has been named to that honor.
Just too many touches there by Cam Owasa. Once again, turnover. And Sacramento's trying to defend.
Into the corner, Dixon still giving chase. And OKC, Steve Cook is going to continue to put out some offense there as he puts Jaime Sia in this match, making his 19th appearance. He comes in for Christian Valesky, who has a lone OKC goal tonight. Sia with 4 goals on the season, played with Charlotte a year ago, had 4 goals, 3 assists. He was originally drafted by Colorado and just a youngster still at the age of 22. Jaime Sia, a very dangerous player, has some pretty good pace, and more importantly, he has size and works well in that final 6.
Another silly giveaway by Sacramento. Unreal the second half. 2 different teams, man. Yeah, but Sia, I like that decision there by Steve Cook for Sia to come in. Some fresh legs here.
First touch at it. Finds the feet of Jeremy Hall, being held by Sia, will be whistled for the foul. So Apple Chiarella, the new referee, as Turin Ozdemir could not go on with a right leg knee injury, potentially a calf. He is the 4th official now. Sacramento has used all 3 substitutions. OKC has used just 1. Gomez pointing for Nisha to get into the corner. McClaw's going to push him off, holding Nisha down to turf, and there's going to be
Chirella is going to give a set piece here for Sacramento.
He is going to give the call to Sacramento.
Good balling, good communication between Shannon Gomez and Wilson Nisha. You saw Shannon Gomez just a little hand gesture over the top, and you see the pace there by Wilson Nisha to be able to get in behind Sean McClaws. And Sean's got no other option here but to foul. But see the pace here. This is a great little play here. See, watch Wilson Nisha get his shoulder just in front of McClaw. Does a great job. And let's see some pushing and shoving here in the box.
And of course, it's Mitchell Tainter.
You got Tita Harris down on the ground. And some pushing and shoving. Yeah, Tainter and Tiba probably. Looks like it's not done yet.
And Tainter's walking away, and Tiba Harris continues to follow and have a conversation. Meanwhile, for Sacramento, what would you like to see here?
You know, you got a good opportunity. I think it all comes down to the ball in the box and service in the box. So Adam Moffat, you got that guy in the near post, or right in the middle of the goal on the 6-yard box. It's got to clear that guy.
It'll be Adam Moffat. Plenty of movement from Sacramento, trying to find position. Ball driven hard, looking for back post into the arms of Byers. Good look for the Republic. Just could not find target.
Good pull in the box and a good play there by Justin Schmidt, battling through some contact. Able to get his head on it.
I think it was just outside that near post.
Byer does a great job, finds himself in a good position. Get a look right there. Does a great effort there by Justin Schmidt. He's got all sorts of pressure and contact on him.
And I should say he did find target. It was Byers who was right there at a perfect position to defend it along that far post from us. Jose Barril. 3 minutes plus here. Probably 2 to 3 minutes of stoppage time coming as well. Energy back here a little bit for the Republic. OKC working in, across in, and headed away from Mitchell Tainter's area. Josh Cohen was there as well, but Dixon was flying hard toward goal. A set piece for the Energy, who have come on the road. Look to be in serious trouble after that first 45 minutes of action, where Sacramento had 68% of the possession. They had 8 shots, scored a Cameron Owasa goal. Meanwhile, here they come in the second half of play, and you're seeing many opportunities just like this one for OKC, and one allowed them to even this game. It was Christian Valesky who scored his 5th on the year. Ball driven well, bounced around, still in trouble for Sacramento, cleared away. Too much time in that 6. McClaws will send it back upfield.
Second ball once again. OKC's done a fantastic job in the second half. Should be Sacramento ball.
OKC instead.
I think OKC, you got to tip your hat this second half. I think second balls has been really where this game's won. Has been won. First half was Sacramento dominated the second ball. OKC, like I said, tail of 2 halves. Second half looked really, really good. It made it real difficult for Sacramento.
The Energy, top 10 worst goals allowed on the year in the USL. Ball wafted in. Clean up, Rasmussen off target.
That second ball again. And Rasmussen there, thankfully, elects not to take a touch and just goes for the wonder goal. Allows Sacramento to try to retain possession here.
A step earlier in the week, Shannon Gomez on Adomville City Soccer saying that, you know, they've been playing well right now, but he said he wants to hold this team to a higher standard, and we got to win games more convincingly. Here's an opportunity for Nisha, looks to turn, and will earn a corner kick. But I think, Kevin, when you look at this, they close down games. It's been part of the issue. They've had opportunities to have a couple more clean sheets, and we've seen games like this where they allow a goal late, not able to score as many as they'd hope early on. Let's see if Sacramento can pull something here. 5 minutes of stoppage time coming. It'll be Adam Moffat here on the corner. Adam Moffett down low. He's going to get this one back. Going to loft it right back. Chance for Sacramento, but Jeff. That's a tough angle.
That's a tough effort there, but from Bijev, that ball's like waist high. He's trying to get your knee over the top of it. He might have had the time to take a touch and have a strike. It would have had to been something really quick. It goes back. I think that first ball from Adam Moffett needs to be a little bit better on the set piece on the corner kick.
Well, these extra minutes of stoppage time brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up at Rayleigh's.com. 5 minutes in total. About a minute of that already gone by here at Papa Murphy's Park. Callum Ross following up. Sia. And Sia can't do much with it. Atiba Harris right back to Tater, and it's been a match of turnovers here in the last couple of minutes.
I've never seen Sacramento, or even many teams for that matter, how quickly they're turning the ball back over again. Here's another example right here. Just every time they win the ball, within a pass or 2 passes, they're turning the ball over time and time again, allowing OKC to do what they want. That's just a silly foul by Adam Moffett. There's no reason to step.
Another substitution of the Richard Dixon, a 28-year-old from Jamaica. The last play was Charlotte and St. Louis. And for his 18th time this season for OKC, he's played in the back line. But with the addition of Atiba Harris and Drew Becky playing much better, he has been pushed out of that starting lineup, and he will replace Philip Rasmussen, who has had several chances tonight, has been a player that's been in the attacking mode, and second half really helped get the energy back into this game.
It looks like both sides probably almost content here with the 1-1 draw. So Rasmussen's slowly walking off the pitch. And if I was Steve Cook, I'd be asking for things to be picked up a little bit quicker.
Especially if you're in 12th place, not a ton of time left here. Sia goes up, he'll be whistled for the foul as he undercuts Mitchell Tainter. Richard Dixon also a couple of appearances with the Jamaica men's national team. Ball up, Sia.
Slow things down and quit hitting the long ball. Quit going for the home run ball. Keep the ball if you're Sacramento. They're trying to do it for 30 minutes.
Tainter charging forward, looking to his left. Finds the feet of Bijev. Now it's to Moffett again. Gomez. Knee shot.
Someone's got to get back on the opposite side.
Sacramento has not won 3 straight matches yet this season. If they can sneak a goal here, they'd love to do it, which is fairly impressive considering where they still are in the standings with 36
points. Got to be careful. They're wide open for a counterattack right now, Rob.
Another turnover. Caleb Ross, but he gets it right back as well. Cameron Watson will turn forward. Have a minute or so to play here.
Good ball movement so far here, the last minute or so.
OKC might have one more substitution coming.
Sacramento, I think they need to be a little bit more conservative going forward. There's too many bodies in that attacking third, and you got a couple guys like Dixon who's got pace. I can easily get in behind you quickly.
Little mistake back. Heel coming from Alex Dixon. Look at the pace coming, and Cole Seiler able to take it off the shin of Alex Dixon. And here's that final substitution as Alex Dixon out of the game.
Yeah, you know, I think right now both teams, or at least Steve Cook and Oklahoma right now, they seem pretty content with the draw.
He's replaced by number 17.
You know, and also I feel like if you look at this morning, if you're Steve Cook, you say you come into Papa Murphy's Park Saturday night, 1-1 draw, get a point after coming off their unbeaten streak. Was it 6 games so far? All day. So I mean, I think it's a bit unfortunate because I think honestly, if they kept pressing, I think they have a decent chance of making Sacramento pay. But Sacramento like their energy and attitude here the last couple minutes of pressing and pushing and really trying to get that final goal. But they got to be careful not to leave themselves so exposed in the back.
Foul is drawn. Back up quickly. And Adam Moffett is screaming about the play that Jose Barril made on Moffett. And Vincent Applechiarilla is continuing to break them apart. And Moffett is not letting it go. will send it deep. Here's Tainer. And a collision between McClaws and Wilson Nishaw going head-to-head. And they're going to bring out the training staff for both. And it looks like Giarella has ended this game. So that final collision, that will be the final moments of this match. 6 minutes after the 90-minute mark. OKC able to level things late in the match. Sacramento and the Energy will each come away with a point here at Papa Murphy's Park. We'll have your full-time highlights and more coming up after the break. Don't go anywhere.
So from the two trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy. The Chevy. The Chevy.
There you go. Boom.
That was obvious. And plus it looks cooler.
No doubt about it. Now they know what to get me.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on fresh. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us daily. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your home bacon XL NY pizza, topped with giant pepperoni and ground sausage on an extra large foldable New York style crust. Just $8. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
What happens when you sell lots of Dodges, Chryslers, Jeeps, and Ram trucks? You become the #1 Dodge dealer in Northern California with the largest inventory in Northern California. Hey, it's Vince Bloom, the big guy at Lasher's Oak Grove Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. And when you sell that many cars and trucks, you need lots of lots. Lots here, lots there, lots across the street, and online, all at the lowest price, and serviced by the best techs. Find your next car at Lasher's Oak Grove Dodge. In the Oak Grove Auto Mall, online at oakgrovedodge.com. For over 60 years, our name means a great deal.
This one ends 1-1 here at Papa Murphy's Park as you're seeing the fireworks go off at Cal Expo here for the California State Fair. Let's take a look at our full-time highlights. And this one, what a match from early on. It was all Sacramento. A couple of chances early. Here's Josh Turley, probably his best look of the season. And that one was lofted forward.
Yeah, great chance by Isley early first 5 minutes, and Sacramento was really putting the foot on the gas first 20 minutes of this game. Bijev looking for that near post. See that motion with his arm? He's waiting for someone to flash that near post. And Isley's just a little bit too late. He had a great look here. Great service. And you get Turnley getting up. Unfortunate for him, just goes right to the goalkeeper's arms, but a great ball in the box. Love that outswinger. And a good piece of skill there by Turnley to get up.
And Byron started behind the line there. He was quite close to getting one there. And then Cameron Awasa, goal number 10 on the season, ties Rodrigo Lopez for the all-time club lead of assists from Christian Isley.
I don't know if Isley knows much about that assist, but if he does now, it's a fantastic little drop-off layoff for Cam Awasa. Here's Dixon, just a wonderful strike after taking the ball 80-plus yards, and absolutely hits a thunderbolt just off the crossbar. That thing's dipping over Josh Cohen. And then here's the goal. Caught Sacramento sleeping. They got a lot of guys in behind as Christian Valesky is able to find himself right in behind Adam Moffitt. And a good finish, and I think ultimately there's too much time on the ball on that right side for Oklahoma City. And 1-1 is the Indian score.
Well, each team will get a point. For Sacramento, they now have 37 on the season. For OKC, they have moved up point, continue their unbeaten streak to 7. They have 22. Let's take a look now at our final stats brought to you by Sacramento State. And Shots 15 on the night. Your target, possession was there. But again, we've seen the numbers mislead you in terms of what we've seen in the Republic. So dominant in that first 45, Kevin. And then we saw the second half completely flip on its head. It's a wonder, and I'm sure it's frustrating for Todd Donovan and Simon Elliott as well. Let's take a look at our man of the match, brought to you by Papa Murphy's. And you're going to give it to
my friend, the goal scorer, Cameron Iwasa. Just a great strike here. Cam Iwasa, week in and week out, it's the guy that Sacramento's depending on and lean on. Which is kind of nerve-wracking where you're not hedging yourself that much if you got all these goals coming from one player, but still, Cam Iwasa once again earns a point for the Sacramento Republic and a great strike.
And the Sacramento born and raised star back here. He has been special this season, no doubt about it, right in the hunt for the Golden Boot, saying hello to fans as well. And so what a match here for this team, as the zoom image of the match after that goal is Bajev, Villarreal, and Iwasa celebrating, but the celebration would not last for too long. But the Republic nonetheless get the point anyway. It's about head home, earning points at this time of year, Kevin. As we move into August, September, it's all about getting points. So better than a loss, right?
Absolutely better than a loss, but still, I think sooner or later, these points that you're wasting that are falling off of your total tally are going to come to haunt you later on in the season.
So next match, August 4th, the boys have 2 weeks off. It will be right here at Papa Murphy's Park. Fresno look to get revenge there. It is the third match and final between the two sides, and it's 1-1 on the year between the two. I want to thank our entire staff from behind the scenes, and for Kevin Goldthwait, I'm Rob McAllister. We appreciate you joining in for this one on a beautiful night at Papa Murphy's Park. Republic and Energy draw 1-1.
Of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.